Well, thank you for joining us on a slightly different interview here today. So I think the benefits of Zoom are no face masks for everybody. And we've got a benefit of being able to speak to Jack West, who's on the line, I should say, fresh off of a great result yesterday. Now, Jack, I'll speak to you about that in a second. But first of all, this is a question that I've been asking all of the drivers, in fact. You had a long time out of karting. That must have been really, really tough. How has it been after, is it 4 months out of a kart? Was it exciting to get back into a kart again?
Oh, it was really exciting. Very tough on my body though, because obviously after 4 months you're not used to all the G-force, like your neck and your body, arms, legs, all tiring.
It must be tiring. And also, I mean, Dad, I must ask as well, you must be so impressed as well with Jack, because I think for both of you, we're going to speak in a second about, let's speak now actually about that performance yesterday, because you were all at Rissington, I believe, as a team yesterday. So the first race of the season, and also the first race, I think, for you for a while with that full British Championship field. Now, I'll speak to you first, Jack, and then I'll come across to you, Lee. Now, Jack, British Championship field, the best drivers in the country, and that's a very accurate thing to say. Not only did you do yourself proud, you did yourself more than that. P11, touching into the top 10 nearly. Were you pleased with that performance? Because I'm sure you must be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, I was very pleased with that performance. We were just expecting a top 20, but instead we got 11. So I was very happy with that.
Now, Lee, I'd love to sort of speak to you in terms of your view, like looking from the outside. I know what it's like being a kart dad, this rare species that we are. Watching these kids at a young age, as I say, 11 years old, Jack, it's quite incredible what they're doing and what they're learning. You must have been delighted to see the progress in Jack.
Over the moon, his first race back, and to go straight into that field. When you see all the other teams, and you see Ambition, you see all the boys in their tent. You see that lineup, and then you look at Jack, who's pretty new, so you hope, when Paul's saying if we get a top 20, that's our starting point. So to go 11, we could have, and we were strong, it was all there. So to get 11th in that field, we walked off, as a dad and son, and Jay the mechanic and Paul and all the team, like high fives, because I think Jack's kind of drawn a line in the sand to where he is, and we've got that now. And now I think Paul and the team will really push him forward to say, well, this is where we are. And now we're going to really go for it. 5 weeks until the British Championship, loads of racing, loads of test days. So I think come race 1, I think we've got a really good starting point now to work on. And looking forward to it. I was over the moon. Top 20, we would have been happy. So to be fighting for a top 10 was just a different level for us this weekend. So really pleased. He done well, really worked hard.
Brilliant. Now, and Jack, I must ask you, because after setting the bar so high, looking ahead to the British Championship, because it's your first season in it, what is it, other than having a lot of fun, which I'm sure you will do, what do you want to try and achieve this year? Have you got your sights set high, so to speak?
We just want to, out of all the field of drivers, we just want to kind of get like a top 20, as last year due to COVID, we didn't get the full season we wanted. And obviously at the end of the year as well, we got COVID again. So basically, top 20 would be very good for us.
Well, you're absolutely on track for that already, as I say. I mean, P11 yesterday, and I had a little look at the field and the drivers. Essentially, pretty much everybody was there that you'd expect to be there battling towards the front of the British Championship. So, I mean, it's a very competitive team, Ambition. You've got lots of other fast drivers and teammates around you. Back to you, Lee. I think as a parent coming into a team, how have you been impressed by this? I suppose the network of support that you get with Ambition and the data and so on and so forth from the likes of Danny.
It's been world class. Last year was his novice season. It was so interrupted. He just didn't get that full season he needed. And at the end of the season, towards the end of the season, we really wanted to put him into a team that had a really structured driver development program that was going to give him all the support. A kind of a real big push that he needed, and a team that was built around British Championship and a good, rich history in karting. So obviously, when we turned up at fullback at the back end of last year to test with Paul, it was a no-brainer. We saw how it ran. We saw the drivers, the way Paul, Danny, and all the team were. And I think, we're in the first hour on a Friday. Jack was like, I want to stay. This is it, Dad. I want to be in this team. I want to race. I want to do the British Championship with Ambition. So it was a straight, easy decision. And everything so far, I think we've seen all the development, all the effort that's gone into Jack. There's a reason he got P11 yesterday. Yeah, he turned up and he worked his socks off. But he also had a massive team behind him in Paul, Danny, Rob, and obviously Jason, his mechanic, all, you know, willing him on, supporting him, pushing him, you know, and giving him a kick up the arse when needed, right? You know, they're not letting him get away with anything, but they're really pushing him to go harder, and that's what we wanted. So now we're set. You know, really pleased that we made that decision, and looking forward to this year now. Hopefully, touch wood, uninterrupted, we can just go racing and see how we, you know. And I feel, like as you said, I think he'll progress nicely at the end of this year. But it should be a really good year for him, a really good development year going into next year.
I must ask actually, because I mean, karting being a sport that's really built on passion. So, from your perspective, Jack, what was it that got you into karting? Is it a family thing through Dad, or is it something you've always wanted to do?
Well, like I used to do football, and then basically one time my dad, as a family, we went out to go-karting to an indoor place, and I really got like a really big like buzz from it. And since then, I said to Dad, "Oh, yeah, I want to do this as a professional sport."
Well, fantastic stuff. So I'm going to have to ask, who do you reckon's quicker, Jack or Dad?
I've got no chance now. Yeah, it used to be me, and I used to get away with it. But now we go. I don't bother going indoors. I let him go with his mates because I'm embarrassed to get whooped. He's too good. So I'll just let him get on with it now. But I've had my day with him.
Oh, fantastic stuff! Look, I mean, this is brilliant to hear. I mean, Jack, I think now that we have had a benefit of actually having quite a long chat now. But I think if we wrap it up here, it's been really, really great speaking to you. It sounds like you've got a lot to look forward to this year. Can't wait to see your progress. And thank you so much for joining us today. So that's Jack West and Dad Lee. Keep your eyes out on the British Kart Championship this year. Stream live on YouTube, and it looks as though we're going to be seeing Jack West towards the front of that. Great to speak to you.
Cheers, Damien. Thank you.
Bye.